Now to new developments in the search for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, who's been missing since February 1st. The FBI has recovered additional images from the cameras at her home. ABC's Aaron Katursky takes us there.
The search for Nancy Guthrie just took a chilling, unexpected turn. For 40 days, the world has been asking, where is Savannah Guthrie's mother? Tonight, we have an answer that changes everything. The FBI has just bypassed the encrypted backend of motion-activated cameras that everyone, including the kidnapper, thought were dead. They didn't find video. They found something more haunting: the ghost thumbnails, images of shadows moving through Nancy's backyard in the dead of night, images that prove she wasn't alone in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. But it's the final image, recovered from the side yard near the swimming pool, that has investigators' blood running cold. If you think you know this case, you are wrong. Stay tuned, because what was captured in those frames is about to blow this investigation wide open. On February 1st, 2026, the peaceful Catalina foothills in Arizona became the site of a living nightmare. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, a woman of limited mobility who relied on daily medication, vanished from her home in the middle of the night. The scene left behind was a trail of horror: bloodstains near the front door, a disconnected Nest doorbell camera, and a silence that has lasted over a month. We know her son-in-law, Tommaso Cioni, was the last to see her at 9:50 p.m. We know the pacemaker app on her phone sent its final signal at 2:28 a.m. But between those hours, a monster entered that home. For weeks, the only clue was a grainy image of a masked man in an Ozark Trail backpack. But why her? Why this house? There has been a lingering sense of betrayal in the air, a feeling that this wasn't a random crime. Was she watched? Oh, and was she targeted? The FBI's latest discovery suggests that Nancy Guthrie was living in the crosshairs of a predator long before the world knew her name. Here's the first bombshell. Investigators initially believed the only cameras on the property were the ones the intruder tampered with. They were wrong. Hidden in the foliage around the swimming pool and the side yard were motion-activated sensors. Sources now reveal the FBI has recovered thumbnail images from these devices. Static snapshots captured every time motion was detected. These cameras didn't just capture the night of the abduction, they captured the watchers. Multiple figures were seen in Nancy's yard in the weeks prior. Not police, not family, unidentified individuals lurking in the shadows of her private property. The insider reports are surfacing. Leaked memos suggest one of these figures was seen testing the perimeter of the house, checking window locks while Nancy was inside, completely unaware. The panic is setting in. This wasn't just a kidnapping, it was a siege. And wait until you hear what the Florida lab found in the DNA. It's not just a match, it's a contradiction. While the FBI analyzes those backyard shadows, a high-tech lab in Florida is fighting a different battle. They've been trying to untangle a mixed DNA sample found inside Nancy's home. For weeks, it was a mess of genetic code. But today, the leak we've all been fearing has hit social media. A Twitter thread from a purported forensic whistleblower claims the DNA found on the property doesn't match a stranger. It's a low-level sample that suggests someone close to the inner circle may have been present in a room they shouldn't have been in. The internet is exploding. Theories are flying that the ransom notes sent in cryptocurrency were a distraction, a high-tech smokescreen to hide a much more personal motive. Celebrity news outlets are already picking up on the industry backlash, with stars calling for total transparency from the Pima County Sheriff's Department. If the DNA matches someone Nancy knew, the $1 million reward isn't just a bounty, it's a test of loyalty. The world is divided. On TikTok, the hashtag #FindNancyGuthrie tag is flooded with amateur sleuths analyzing the backyard images. One side says it's a professional hit, the other insists it's an inside job. Even Hollywood is weighing in. High-profile anchors and friends of Savannah Guthrie are reportedly livid at the slow pace of the DNA results. How can an 84-year-old woman disappear in 40 minutes with the FBI involved and we still have no name? One viral post demands. The division is clear. Fans are starting to question the timeline provided by the son-in-law, while others defend the family against the vultures of social media. The pressure is mounting on Sheriff Chris Nanos, who issued a terrifying warning. The suspect could strike again. Is he trying to protect the public, or is he admitting they've lost the trail? The controversy is fueling a fire that only the truth can put out. But here is the final revelation, the one that will keep you awake tonight. Among the ghost thumbnails recovered from the backyard, there is one photo timestamped after the doorbell camera was ripped out. In the reflection of the swimming pool water, you can see a second vehicle, not the gray truck neighbors reported, but a dark SUV that matches the description of a car seen at a local Walmart where the Ozark Trail backpack was purchased. This means there were two suspects, one at the door and one waiting in the back. And the FBI has just hinted that they have identified the owner of that SUV, but they aren't making an arrest. Why? Because the owner is someone who has been appearing in the news defending the family. The betrayal is potentially so deep it could shatter the Guthrie family forever. We are moments away from a name being leaked. The shadows are finally moving, and they are moving towards someone we all recognize. Who was in that dark SUV? And why is the FBI waiting to move in? We want to hear from you. Look at the timeline. Does it add up, or are we being fed a narrative to protect someone powerful? Drop your theories in the comments below. We read every single one. If you want to be the first to see the leaked images when they hit the public record, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are tracking this case 24/7. This isn't over. The real story is just beginning. See you in the next update.